Hey guys, I guess ready for the best WWE prediction videos? You've come to the right place. It's David from the Callie and Jordan Squad. And what are we doing today? We're going to be predicting the Backlash WWE pay-per-view event, which is scheduled for this Sunday, June 14th, 2020. All matches are going to be taking place at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. All matches are live except for one match, and that's the match between Randy Orton and the RKO Master. Randy Orton is the RKO Master versus Edge. And the tagline is the greatest wrestling match ever. This event was supposed to be in Kansas City, Missouri, but obviously with the COVID-19, there's no fans allowed. Arenas are not open at all. So they just have it at the Performance Center. It looks like an interesting event. Again, with no fans, it's hard. It's hard to tell where the WWE is going. Like Drew McIntyre, he's the champion. Like he should have had a huge pop at WrestleMania, but because there was no fans, he didn't get it. So they haven't really been working on his storyline as much, or at least I don't think it could have been as, or at least it's not as good as it could be. But okay, let's get right to the matches, eh? Let's get to the predicting of the WWE Backlash event. The first match is between Edge versus Randy Orton. The tagline for Backlash is the greatest wrestling match ever. WrestleMania, Edge beat Randy Orton in a pretty much a brawl match. You could pin the opponent wherever you wanted to pin him. This one, you gotta stay in the ring. There's no weapons. It's Randy Orton versus Edge. My prediction for this one is I think Edge is gonna win this as well. I think something's gonna happen between Randy Orton and Edge. Would it not be awesome if they came together and became a tag team? I think that'd be pretty cool. But no, I think Edge is going to win this. He is the returning superstar. He's spent years, a good 9-10 years where he wasn't wrestling. He was told he couldn't wrestle because of a neck injury. He's worked his way back. He was in the TV show Vikings. I think he was in other shows as well. And he's back. He's back wrestling. He looks phenomenal. He looks amazing. He looks in shape. So, don't discount Edge to become a world champion in the next year or so. But I think Edge will beat Randy Orton on Sunday night at Backlash. The second match is a singles match for the WWE Championship, and that's between the champion. I almost said Brock Lesnar because he's been the champion for so long. But it's the WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. They need to do something with Bobby Lashley. They brought him in to do what? To absolutely do nothing. They screwed up his character years ago. He went on an amazing run in the independent circuits, came back to the WWE, and look at what they did. Oh, he's also an MMA fighter, so he did that as well. Unfortunately, Bobby Lashley will not win the championship versus Drew McIntyre. Like I said earlier, Drew McIntyre deserves a pop from the fans. He worked his tail off. He's a lot like Bobby Lashley, where he was 10, 12 years ago, he was anointed by Vince McMahon as being the next WWE champion, and basically nothing really happened. I think he spent 1 or 2 years in the WWE, and then they released him. So he came back, won the NXT championship, came back, and I was like, oh no, he's with Dolph Ziggler, and they ruined his character. And they did. they honestly did. But I think they've redeemed themselves. He's won the championship. I think they still want that big pop to happen at some point when fans are allowed back into the stadium. So right now, if you take a look, I'm like, there's plexiglass. Like right now, the WWE, when fans are allowed back, there's going to be plexiglass all along where the fans could have reached their hand out and try to get a high five or something. They won't be able to do that now, but they'll be able to bang on it. So it'll be interesting to see if they have some WWE superstars in the stands, instead of the fans. It'll be interesting to see what they do. They haven't, but on Raw and SmackDown they have. So I think a little bit of noise would actually do well. But so my pick for this one is the champ, Drew McIntyre. He's going to beat Bobby Lashley. Unfortunately, Bobby deserves a championship. It's just not going to be right now. The third match is a 2-on-1 handicap match for the WWE Universal Championship. We've got the champion, Braun Stroman, versus The Miz and John Morrison. I've seen Braun Strowman in a lot of these 2-on-1 matches. He always wins. He's going to beat The Miz. He's going to beat Johnny Morrison. And I don't even know why this match is even on the card. I'm like, come on, is this a joke? I'm like, no. So Braun Strowman will win the championship. The fourth match is a singles match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. We've got the newly anointed champion Asuka versus Nia Jax. Asuka got absolutely beat up on Monday Night Raw between, was it Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax? The Nia Jax came down at the end. My pick, though, is Asuka. She deserves the championship. I remember predicting a couple years ago, and I was like, it was a match between Asuka versus Charlotte Flair for the championship. Asuka had just come back from, come up from the NXT, where she was the champion, and I was like, no, her winning streak has to end. Goldberg's winning streak is always going to be the top winning streak. But now, I'm liking Asuka. I absolutely love Asuka. She deserves to be the champion. Did she deserve to be the champion 2 years ago? I don't think so. I don't think she had earned that opportunity. But she definitely has now. And she's going to remain our Raw Women's Champion. The fifth match is an interesting match. It's between Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus. They've had an interesting feud, I guess. A lot of car accidents happening. A lot of jail time happening. But my pick for this one is going to be Jeff Hardy. I think they're grooming Jeff Hardy for a final run at the championship. He may have 3 or 4 years left. But I think Jeff Hardy is going to be groomed. He might win the U.S. Championship or the Intercontinental Championship at some point, but he will become a Universal or WWE Champion very soon. So my pick is Jeff Hardy to beat Sheamus. The sixth match is a triple threat tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. It's nice having this championship being actually defended. We've got Bayley and Sasha Banks as the champions versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus the Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. My pick for this match, I can't believe I'm going to say it, is going to be the Iconics. I think the Iconics are going to win this championship. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, they are going to win this championship. They're going to win the Women's Tag Team Championship, and yeah, I think it'll be a good match. Like, you have Bayley, you have Sasha Banks, you have Bliss, you have Cross, you have the Iconics. 3 very good teams. Something's going to happen. Obviously, it's a triple threat, so the champions do not have to be pinned to win the championship. So I think the Iconics are going to win this. The seventh match is a singles match for the United States Championship. We've got the champion, Apollo Crews. Finally, Apollo Crews has become the champ versus Andrade. My pick for this is going to be Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews is another guy that was huge in NXT. And they bring him up to the WWE, and what do? They ruin him. They absolutely ruin him. He loses matches here, loses matches there. And then at one point, like last year, he was, I think, almost losing every match. Not fair for Apollo Crews, because I think he has a lot of talent. He needs to work on his mic skills for sure, but I think he's going to be a good United States champion. I'm not a big Andrade fan, but I think Apollo Crews is going to retain this championship. And it seems like there's only going to be those 7 matches. So those are my predictions for the Backlash event. It should be an interesting match. I'll be tuning in. You can tune in as well. It's on the WWE Network if you have it. Yeah, and let's see what happens. Hopefully, we get some pay-per-views pretty soon where we can actually get fans in the stands. That'd be kind of cool. I'm listening to the pop that some of these wrestlers would get. Alright, so remember to subscribe to the Callie Endurance Squad. Hit that notification button so you don't miss out on any of our videos. Smash that thumbs up button. Share with friends. Until next time, peace out.